Hi guys, I'm going to answer a question that I get a lot, or a few questions technically, and it has to do with my LPS hair or wigs or whatever you want to call them. So, if you've been on my DeviantArt or my Instagram or even this YouTube channel, you have probably seen that I make, LPS hair or wigs or whatever. And I'm going to answer some questions and then go right to the tutorial. I plan to make this video no longer than 10 minutes, but I'll see how that goes. So, first question I get is, what do you make your LPS wigs or hair out of? Well, that can be answered two ways. The first way, the first few times I've made my LPS hair or wigs, it was with Play-Doh. And I'm going to see if I can get a picture right here. Here we go, I have editing skills. Okay, so the picture right there is, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering too much. The picture right there shows what it looks like when I use Play-Doh when I make hair. Sorry, I have like a watermark. I think that was like my profile picture at one point. But anyway, that's what it looks like when I use Play-Doh. It's a little more bulkier than what I use now, but it's still pretty good. Now, I would recommend using Play-Doh if you want to practice, or if it's like a temporary thing and you want to put it away. I'm pretty sure I don't have to say this, but if you haven't dried out Play-Doh before, it cracks and it'll break. It is not sturdy, so if you want to keep it, do not dry Play-Doh. Just buy air dry clay. I swear it's not that expensive. I literally bought mine and I got a lot, and it was for like $9, which isn't bad. So get that, and then you can like paint it or whatever, so that's better than Play-Doh. So yeah. Okay, now this is what it looks like when I use my air dry clay. As you can see, it's a lot thinner because it's not made from the same thing. But here's the thing. If you're going to use molding clay, the one that doesn't air dry, or Play-Doh, or even air dry clay like this, I will tell you, depending the texture is depending how it's gonna come out, but to be honest, it really doesn't affect how you make them. So, a lot of people are freaking out like, well, I want mine to look like yours. Well, depending what you're using, depending how thick it'll come out, but even then, it's not hard, I promise you guys. And I use the same technique over and over again, but, try to make it more neater. So, this is what it looks like when I paint them. Yeah, this is what it looks like when I paint. I use, 3 different paints for this. I use silver, copper, and, it was just a sparkly one that just had sparkles, because everybody loves sparkles. So, yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. And that is the air dry clay that, that can actually come off. I've been asked, does it come off? Yes, it does come off. The Play-Doh one, I just put it back. I don't let it even air dry. I had it air dry once, and that was for Mako's hair, and yeah, that didn't work out very well. I think I forgot about it, and then it just okay, whatever, I'm gonna go with it, and then it broke, really easily. I could touch it, just whoop, and then a strand fell off. Oopsies. So, yeah. But, like I said before, I'm gonna use Play-Doh, just for the little part to show you, but, how to make them. But honestly, like I said before, it doesn't necessarily matter what you use as long as you're not trying to dry out the Play-Doh. Then it's just kind of a waste of Play-Doh. But Play-Doh's good for practicing, or ones that don't dry out. You could also use the dry out ones. It really doesn't matter if you have a lot, then it won't make a difference anyway. So, I'm going to use black, because black nails, black Play-Doh, yeah. Now, I've been asked, does it matter the LPS you use to make them? Not really, because if you've seen LPS Vocaloid problems, I think that's what it's called, or just LPS Vocaloid, or what did I call it? I don't even know, I'm sorry. You've probably seen that I've made the hair with a whole bunch of different types of LPS. So, no, it really doesn't matter. As long as your LPS doesn't already have, weird, crazy hair. Then I've done it with LPS like that before. It kind of sucks, because it's okay, it's too bulky. Now, a little hint I'm going to give you is, once you're making these wigs, weight matters because your LPS will fall over if it is too big. Now, that's something you should keep in mind. Now, also, I usually just do the bangs, so the back of the hair will look really crappy, but that's usually where I put my fingers, so when I move, you're not gonna see it. Now, I can do a different tutorial for how to do, like, full hairstyles, because I do know how to do that. It's just, I will not guarantee that it will come off. There's certain ways you can make it that it will come off, but it could also break, depending how you make it. Because, trust me, I've done it before, and they break quite easily. It's not just you. It's not just, you're clumsy or whatever. It just happens. But then you can make new ones, so I don't really care much when they break. I just get mad when other people break them, because I'm like, oh. Anyway. Now, a lot of people, what they do, which I don't understand, they take out the, like, clay or Play-Doh or whatever they make them out of, and they're just like, okay, so here's what you do. You put the little glob here, you get a cutting tool, and then just, like, cut away. People ask, do you do that? No, actually, not at all. So, people ask, well, how do you make them, and are they hard? No, they're not hard. I'm kind of lazy, so it's honestly not hard. So, what do? I get a little tiny piece, then I roll it up, and then I just go strand by strand. I literally make strands like this, just rolling them up and then putting them on the LPS. Now, I'm just going to make like emo hair, but I'm pretty sure that after I show you how I make them, you can make your own hairstyles because it's not that hard. So, you make the little strand and then you put it here. And then you wrap it around the ear so it can stay behind, So, depending, or if you're drawing it or not, depending what you're using, then yeah. Or if you just want them to stay in general, then you do that. Now, you can overlap and make, like, layers, but like I said before, you should probably mind the weight of it, because if not, your LPS will fall over. And that really does suck when you're trying to make videos. Now you layer it, and then flatten it out. And then you basically repeat this step when you get shorter and shorter and shorter until, you cover the full head. And I'm going to be back when I do that. Okay, see? I did the same thing for all of them. And then I just added an extra layer on top, and then, see here? Added a layer behind, so it looks like it went behind her ear. Now, to cover that up, I'm just going to go and put another layer on. So it just looks like, hey, look, it's hair. Hair overlaps, that's a thing. And then I flatten it out. Now, the back, you're probably looking, it looks like all funky, like, you could just, like, pat it down, take out parts, like, after you pat it down. And then it should stick together. If it's Play-Doh, at least, then you should be fine. You should be like, nah, fine. But, yeah. Honestly, if you're using something else, again, you should use the same steps, because honestly, it doesn't make a difference. Now, so it looks like, it looks like I did something with the back, but I really didn't. Now you're probably wondering, why don't you do anything with the back? Well, my fingers go here, and it's like, you're not gonna really show off the back. Or if not, then I can make a different tutorial for that, but it probably won't come off unless you break it off. I've had problems like that, and trust me, making it like a full-on head thing, that is actually harder, and it will take longer. This should take no longer than 5 minutes, or practice around. But something I should have pointed out earlier is the more thinner you roll it out, the less weight it would be, and the thicker you roll it out, the more weight. But it all matters of how much you put on. But like this, she can stand on her own, as you can see, so that's good. Another thing I got, how long does it take for it to dry out? Well, that I can't give you a straight answer, because it's all depending on what you're using, the brand of like dry clay. Usually it takes me about a day, and then like 15 minutes, about rounding, to paint it. That is really about it. Now, unless you want me to give you specific tutorials on how to make something, I mean, I only got asked like, can you make a tutorial, not necessarily of a specific hairstyle, but if there is like a hairstyle I make in a video that you want me to make a tutorial of, I will. I'm sorry I'm not the best at explaining things. I have never been good at explaining things, but yeah. So I could show you how to do stuff with the air dry clay, but like I said, it's pretty much the same thing, except when you roll up things, it gets thinner. Here's what the air dry clay looks like. It's all in there. It's actually a lot, because clay may look a little bit, but when you're actually using it, it can be a lot. So you get it, you roll it up. It's made from thicker material, so it just gets thinner really quickly. And you know, you just do the same thing, just like, ooh, hair. I'm not gonna make another one, but pretty much it. You can really get creative with this and make really anything you want. I just felt like if I showed you how to make one, then you could make a lot, because there's a lot of people, like I said, they just like, okay, blob here and like cut to make emo hair. Now that is for like you good sculptors. I can't do that. I've tried. It does not look good, okay? Well, when I do it. I'm not saying that when you guys do it, it looks bad, because for the most part, a lot of you guys can make pretty cool ones, but for me, it just, it's not too hard for me. So this is easier, so I just do this. Also, it's kind of quicker, and I'm a little too lazy. Now, I want to see your guys' creations, so if you make hair like this, and this actually helped you somewhat, then, you know, send me a link in the, you know, in the comments, or, you know, you can, like, give it to me in Google Plus or something, or, you know, just so I can see it, because I really want to see what you guys make. Or, you know, yeah. So, if I actually do annotations, right, I'm going to link you to my DeviantArt and my Instagram, so if you haven't seen, on the Instagram, I will warn you, I post more doll stuff, but I will try to post more LPS stuff related, you know, things. And my DeviantArt is less LPS and doll stuff and more of my actual drawings. So awkward. But if you like that kind of stuff, then, you know, you should click up there, because annotations. And if you're on your mobile device, well then, links in the description down below. So, that is it. And thank you for watching. Bye!